Hey everybody, welcome to TechMark Gaming. In today's video, I'm going to be installing the best 3 accessories for the PlayStation 5 Pro. This includes an 8TB NVMe drive from Western Digital, a 5-in-1 USB hub so you can expand your USB ports, and lastly a customizable RGB vertical stand to add some character. Now, this is great for gamers out there who want to maximize the PS5 Pro's hardware, no matter if you're playing games or streaming TV shows. Now, before I get into the video, be sure to smash that like button and comment below and let me know if you guys picked up the PS5 Pro or if you have the Slim or OG model. And if you haven't already, subscribe to TechMark Gaming so I can be recommended to more gamers like yourself. In the meantime, let's go ahead and get into it. Before we install our accessories, we want to power down the PS5 Pro. To do that, you want to go into the control center, scroll over to power, click into that sub menu, and you're going to choose turn off PS5. Once done correctly, you're going to remove all of the cables from the back of the console. This includes HDMI cables, USB connections, and a power cable. So now we can install the accessories. First, we're going to install the 8TB NVMe drive from Western Digital. To do it correctly, I'm going to get my iFixit kit, which has a lot of great tools if you want to open up any consoles or computers. For this installation, all you need is a flathead screwdriver. We're going to turn the PS5 Pro upside down and unscrew the stock stand just like so. Now you can lay the console on the side, and you want to be able to see the triangle, circle, X, and square buttons to make sure that you're on the right side before you pop up the plates. Now you can go ahead and remove the top plate like so. And there's a little bit of dust on the fan, so I'm going to go ahead and get my microfiber cleaning cloth and wipe that down. Next, I'm going to get my Phillips head screwdriver from my iFixit kit to get access to the NVMe bay. This screw is important, so you want to keep an eye on it. Now we can lift up the cover like so. If you want to know what comes inside the 8TB SSD drive box, then I got you. Taking the items out is pretty simple. We're supplied with a user manual and a 1-month trial of PlayStation Plus Premium. And for the star of the show, you have the M.2 8TB NVMe drive with the built-in heatsink. Before we install it, we want to unscrew the screw here like so. You should have the screw and the washer. Now you're going to put the washer in the 84 slot like so. Now we can place the NVMe drive where it needs to go. We're going to line up the connectors and screw it in place. Now we can get the NVMe cover and screw that in place as well. Moving along, I'm going to reinstall the side plates by lining up these ridges with the PS5 Pro, and I'm going to do it just like so. The next accessory is this RGB vertical stand. If you guys want to know what's inside the box, then I got you. The first item is a user manual. It's going to show you how to properly install it and all of the features, but no need to worry about that because I'm going to show you how to do it in this video, so stay tuned. Some more items that we're going to get inside the box is a power cable. This is a USB-C to USB-A cable, and we have a screw so we can keep the stand in place. And for the second star of the show, we have the RGB charging stand. As you guys can see, I'm going to take it outside of its packaging, and for my first impressions, this feels really nice in the hands. Even though I'm not going to be holding it during use, this is a really solid device that I trust my PS5 Pro to be sitting on. You have a power button on the side, a USB-C port on the back. At the bottom, you also have some rubber feet to keep the PS5 Pro in place. You also have 2 inserts, which is going to be compatible with the original PS5, the Slim, and the Pro. Since we're using the Pro, we're going to use the bottom insert. Taking a closer look at the base, you can detach this separate piece. This is actually used for the original PS5 since the console is a lot bigger, so there's no need for this piece during this installation process. Moving along, we're going to turn the PS5 Pro upside down and line up the vertical stand like so. It should look like this. Then we're going to lock it in place with a screw. Now we can get our USB-C cable and plug it into the back of the stand and the PS5 Pro. The last accessory is this 5-in-1 USB hub. Taking it out the box is pretty simple. And for my first impressions, this looks really nice and it feels pretty solid. On the front, you get 3 USB-A ports alongside 2 additional USB-C ports. At the back, you have 2 USB-C inserts, which is going to go into the front of the PS5 Pro or your PS5 Slim. To install it is pretty simple. Just line up those connectors, and as simple as that, you're ready to go. Now I'm going to put the PS5 Pro back in the living room and boot it up for the first time. And as you guys can see, we now have light and power. The features on the RGB stand is pretty simple. All you have to do is press this button and it's going to change different colors. There's about 6 lighting modes. As you guys can see, we have different colors, and there's one additional lighting mode, so it's going to change different colors over time. And if you want to manually turn it off, you can press and hold this button for about 3 seconds and you'll be good to go. If you want to turn it back on, repeat this process. Next, when you first boot up the PS5 Pro, it's going to ask you to format the 8TB SSD drive. So we're going to choose format, and now we'll be able to use it. If we go into settings and we go into storage, you can see that we have the M.2 storage drive. And if we scroll down, you can see that it says 8 TB, which is what we want. And to get the most out of it, you're going to go into installation location, and where it says PS5 games and apps, you're going to change that to the M.2 SSD storage, and you're going to do the same thing for the PS4 games and apps. So any new downloads is going to go directly to the newer storage, which is going to save you a lot of space. And if you go to games and applications on this console, you can transfer those over as well. Lastly is the 5-in-1 USB hub features. If you guys want to charge up your DualSense controller, you can easily insert the USB cable and charge up your DualSense controller. You can use the other USB-A ports as well with no problems. Now, if you plan on using the Pulse Elite wireless headset, then you can do so with ease by just putting that inside the USB-A port. It also works for the other USB-A ports as well, since they're data transfer compatible. And for the USB-C ports at the bottom, they also are data transfer compatible as well, so there's no need to worry. For the folks out there that like to use keyboards or VR headsets, this also works as well. As you guys can see, the keyboard is controlling the home screen, so this definitely is a good investment in my opinion. Overall, these 3 accessories is a really great investment, especially if you want to get the most out of your PS5 Pro, no matter if you're playing games, watching TV, or if you just want to customize the PS5 Pro. If you guys are interested in anything in this video, then I'll leave a link in the description. And if you just picked up this bad baby, then be sure to check out my video where I'm showing you 8 settings that you should change to get the most out of your console, no matter if you have the Pro, Slim, or the OG model. Now, before I get out of here, be sure to smash that like button. And if you haven't already, subscribe to TechMark Gaming so I can be recommended to more gamers like yourself. In the meantime, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Deuces.